Frank. Blink of an eye, things have gone amok.
What a pansy.
Just a bit outside.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tea Time 104. This is the Palm Beach Bunnies episode. Brian, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Leaving for Palm Springs tomorrow, 9:30 in the morning. So excited.
You're on vacation mode.
Oh yeah, I'm totally on vacation mode.
Hell
We got to get through this podcast first, and then it's vacation mode after that.
I mean, we don't have to. We could literally just end it right now and be like, yep, all right, that was Tea Time 104.
I mean, it's a good idea. Maybe we should.
Yeah, all right, we'll kill it.
But we let the fans know. We can't do that.
That's true. And, speaking of fans, I would have to say we're both very sorry, truly, that we let you guys down this last week. Yeah, we're sorry. We were a little busy doing stuff, life, and there's really no excuse. Neither of us made a great effort.
Yeah, it was. There was zero effort by our part.
We're like, we could do it this day.
Yeah. We didn't even text each other back and forth. Are we gonna try this? To see if I think we each were waiting for one of us to start the initiative to get that episode going.
Yeah.
And we just kind of looked the other way. And here
know
we
what?
are. It's Friday.
I'm gonna, as a leader of men, I'm gonna take responsibility for that. That's my fault.
You should.
I'm sorry.
You should. You have zero responsibilities.
I said sorry. Can we move on?
No.
All right.
I have a lot of things to do in my life.
Yeah, go to
can't.
You go on vacation every other week.
It's true. It's true.
You're not doing anything.
Palm Springs. I got another one coming up in a few weeks, and another one after that. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Got a lot of responsibilities of just going on vacation.
I'm just jealous. But, well, listen, we're back. We're doing it. Tea Time 104. It's our 4th episode. We have some podcast stats we just want to run through because we're super popular now. So we have 5 subscribers all day. Woo. We got 3 new subscribers. One of them, we're not even sure who it is. So we got a couple rando fans. So hey, it's S.M.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Thanks for the follow.
Hopefully you like it.
So you probably did on accident. We're gonna have 4 subscribers next week. 89 views in the last 2 weeks on the new channel, which is great, and 14.6 hours of watch time, which is way too much time for you guys to be listening to 2 idiots.
I think someone just put it on replay and just did it over and over again. I think that's maybe how it got up there.
I'm just trying to bump up our watches.
Oh, it's you. It's all you then.
I got it on repeat.
Got it.
And 5 likes, so thank you guys. Remember, you can find it all on the Just a Bit Outside channel on YouTube. So, keep doing that stuff because we love it, and we really want to get noticed by YouTube and be the next big thing. So, but we have any errors and omissions, Brian, from the last 2 weeks?
Not that I can think of. No one called in. No one texted that we were wrong on anything. So we're which shows that we're pretty good at it. Only 3 episodes in, and we didn't make an error in the 3rd episode.
We're so pompous that we're just skipping a week because we're like, fuck everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll get it when you get it.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's been fun. I'm having a good time doing this.
Good. Yeah, me too. Likewise. Next is Tim's Toast, Ghost, and Roast. Just, again, if you guys haven't seen this or read it, I'm going to keep plugging it because I think they're hilarious. And thanks to Stroll for doing this. But you read it, right? On Tim?
Oh, it was amazing. It was great.
It was good. I thought it was the least. It was
edgy or
it was like the
ruthless, least ruthless.
I don't know. Let's we'll come back to that. But anyway, the best line was, Tim's swing is what happens when a cybersecurity guy steps outside the firewall and into the fairway with 0 protection. You start to wish he had antivirus for his takeaway. That's great. I pictured Stroll doing this, right? Like, Stroll is a ChatGPT genius, right?
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
So he does the newsletter. He does a great job. Go check it out. Thank you, Stroll. But I just picture him, like, putting in all the information into ChatGPT and then being like, okay, that's not bad. And it's like, enhance.
Enhance.
And he goes, meaner. Make it meaner. Rewrite it meaner. Go harder. Go harder. And he's like, yep, that's it.
Yep.
Print it.
That sounds about right. What was that from in hints? What movie was it from?
Troopers.
Super Troopers. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Want me to make it bigger? Yeah. Enhance.
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 But no, the new newsletter Reddit this week was amazing. I'd say some of your best work.
I think everyone's just finding their groove in all aspects. Some people not with the golf, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But before we do that, we do want to mention and thank our sponsors for this episode. And our sponsor this week is Veneer Bros, because personality can't fix that face. That's a shout out for DA, which I think you're gonna have those guys on for the guests, right?
Yeah, we're gonna try to do a guest for our guests while we're out in Palm Springs. So destination recording with the three of us or four of us in all together. So it should be a good time. We'll probably have Billy Golf, maybe had a few sodas here and there, but it will be interesting to see what happens. Hopefully we get it done, but I'm being optimistic that we're gonna find time. We got a nice little house that we rented.
Nice. Palm Beach Bunnies Unhinged. Episode Tea Time 104.
Uncensored.
Veneer Bros, because even teeth have to run away from his face. All right. Tell us a little bit about last week. How did we do? Recap standings. Skip the part about me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I missed yesterday. I had some work stuff, but looking at the standings, Front Porch Fun Bags is out there in first. They haven't lost yet. They got 3 wins, 1 tie. But close behind them, Beaver Party and the King and Duck. As far as Par and Bar and 3-putt specialists, they both got a taste of victory last week, so they are no longer winless. We do have one team that is still winless, Dirty Birdies. So it was so far a rough start for them. One of them had the second highest gross score as well on the league, so maybe that had something to do with it. But largest margin of victory was the King and Duck over the Dirty Birds. So they got a rough start there.
Checks out.
As far as TGL standings, the Golf League Cup, no change at the top. However, Jake wins the Get Wet Challenge hosted by James Michaels. Do you know why it's named that? Have you ever heard that?
Jordan was kind of telling the story at the clubhouse. Something about like he hit the ball and he was like telling it to go in the water or something.
Yeah, so they were playing like an opponent. So like think of 17 at Palatine Hills or something like around there. Mm-hmm. As the opponent hit the ball, they yelled, "Just get in the water," because they wanted to win the match.
Oh,
so
ruthless.
That's where it came from. But the biggest movers in standings, Jake went up 6 spots to 4th place. D'Lo went up 5 spots to 12. Messel went up 4 spots to 8th place. Your partner played pretty well there. But some other kind of fun facts about the league.
Not fun.
Danny, Jason, and Ben still have not made a cut yet this year.
There's no cuts. That's fake. There's no cuts.
You guys still haven't made above the cut line to get points.
No cuts.
You have an even 80 points, which means you got 20 per. So
I won't accept that cut.
You haven't been in the top 12 of net scoring yet this year. But the highest gross.
Is there any way else you want to say how I sucked?
Highest gross, just if you haven't alluded to this.
I just had to wait.
It's Jason, 59. Last year Tony had 57, so you even beat his highest, which is kind of impressive. How did that even happen? What happened?
Listen, I'm not good at this game.
You're not good, but you also aren't horrible.
Yeah.
59 is horrible.
I was horrible. You know what? Truthfully, I have no one to blame but myself, obviously, because it's an individual score. However, I was missing Matt, you know?
Yep.
He keeps me either, I don't know what it is, but he keeps me either distracted or focused, one of the two. But once I went triple, and I was like, well,
he played pretty good.
This is
you
shit.
weren't there.
You know, he played earlier.
I know.
And I sucked. Big time.
So he should have came back for moral support. Maybe that's what he should do. He play his rounds, and maybe we'll
right in the cart.
play. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Moral support there.
Yeah.
But you also had highest net. Lowest gross, Jake with 34. So we have our first under par round this year. And then Deal was close behind with 35. Last year we had quite a few 34s, which was impressive. But he also took home low net honors of 31. that's out there.
I like how Chris was like, it was the most boring 34 I've ever seen.
That was just fairways, greens, clean card, 2 birdies, 7 pars.
That's like when I see people play like that, I have to ask. Like, I'm like, are you having fun? Because it doesn't seem like you're just fairway, green, 2-putt. Like, is that fun? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
good job, Jake. That's good stuff.
He almost had 2 rounds to equal almost your score. So, like, if you double his round, he was just 5 strokes off, I think, your score, too. No, 6 strokes, 7 strokes.
It's fine.
But
yeah.
All right,
Good
we'll
job,
leave that.
Jake.
We're done talking about you.
I'm just handicap maintenance.
Dues. Everybody paid their dues, so that's good. Jason didn't have to come after you and butt your kneecap.
I'm pretty intimidating.
You are.
Nothing about my golf game is intimidating.
No, we already know 59.
Yeah, but
If you're looking for a win, just play Jason.
can we stop saying the number out loud because it's giving me like trigger trauma?
All right, I'm sorry.
How bad it was.
You shot a 49 net. We'll say that.
That's yeah, sure. All right, tell us about next week. The course was in great shape. I thought. I know they punched them, but it really wasn't.
They
did
punch them?
They did punch them, but it really wasn't that bad.
Really?
Like
okay.
it really. I mean, I didn't think. Well, maybe I'm not the best person.
Maybe that's why you didn't play that good.
Yeah, there we go. I can blame it on that. But no, they were punched, but it was very. They were fine. They were still pretty good.
Okay.
But
well, hopefully they heal. Next week we're off on the front. Looks like temperature will be 71 degrees, sunny. So another perfect day. Probably scores will be low again. We'll see if everybody can back that up. But for next week's matches, we have the 410 Farther Than Bar versus the King and Duck. 420, we have Front Porch Fun Bags. Jake and Chris versus Beaver Party, Kevin and Tony. 430 match, we have Different Strokes, Steve and Maurice versus the Beauty and the Beast. Sean and Ryan. 440, Bogey Bros, Adam and Dan versus 443. Nick and Matt. 450, we have I Like Big Putts, Tim and Brian versus 3-putt specialists, Ben and Dave. And our last group, 5 p.m., is Dirty Birds versus Big Gulps. That is Kurt and Ryan versus Jason and Matt.
just Matt. I'll be in Punta Cana, so maybe he'll have a chance to win.
There.
Yeah. Okay, so we announced Ryder Cup captains.
We did. We did. Who are they again? I think you versus Tony.
Yeah.
Man.
Who can have the more pink shirt outfits?
Oh, I forgot about that. This is going to be a very
It's gonna be loud.
pink versus purple shirt.
It's gonna be
It
loud
will be very loud. That's for sure.
for many reasons. It's gonna be a great time. I'm excited. Thank you for the nomination from the committee.
It was. We thought you two versus each other would be a very fun event.
And if there's a tie at the end, we can do a tiebreaker of like a KY wrestling match.
No, there's a tiebreaker rule.
All right, that's fine.
You can't
throw that out.
You can't get that. Can't change that around.
Just put it on the table. That's all.
Yep.
That's exciting. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So we'll have more to come in the upcoming episodes. Maybe we'll have the captains on or draft strategy or after they draft talk about it. But it'll be fun. 6-5 is a date. Everything's booked at Turnberry.
Get your
They're
handicaps
ready
out.
to have our. Can they go up anymore?
Already doing it. Already doing it.
Working on the handicap management. I see you there, Jay.
Yep. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. It'll be good. It'll be good.
You don't know when to quit, do you, Griswold?
Chips.
Changing 500! Whoops!
All right. Where's the casino, Brian? What happened, Dad?
The casino saw the weather and knew that some of the lines that were preset, people might go under. Didn't expect a couple overs, but that's why it didn't go out this week, because we saw the weather. It was going to be nice, and it probably would have been a bad day for the casino if the lines would have went out.
I don't think that's how casinos are supposed to work. I don't think you get to be like, nah, we're good.
I mean, we can back players off.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody is too hot at a blackjack table, we can tell
That's
them,
true.
hey,
Sir, you gotta go. You have to go.
you need to leave this. You're winning too much.
You just pull Jake off of on seventh hole.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. You're
all Jake
disqualified.
bets are null and void for
Yes.
this round.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well,
Exactly.
can you give us how the casino ended up after what was it, week 2?
Week 3 we had
week 3.
it. Week 3 we had it.
Do you have those numbers?
Yeah,
handy to put it
yeah.
on
So the
spot?
casino at the end of it, we lost $5. $5 is what we're down. There was a total of how many bets were placed last week? There was 13 bets placed
Nice.
on it.
By the way, can I get a marker? Can I get some house? Can I get like a house account?
You want a player's card?
Like a credit? I'd love a player's
Like
card.
like a big gulp guzzler?
That'd be nice.
Okay.
That'd be nice. Can
All
you
right.
do that?
Well, we'll see.
All right.
You've lost $10 so
if
far.
I lose enough money,
Maybe if you lose 15, we'll get you a 7-Eleven gift card so you can get a big gulp.
you'll start being like, oh,
Just a regular big, not the super big. Just a regular. You get the first level.
you're gonna send me comps to stay in your guest room.
Yeah.
Your guest bedroom.
Exactly.
Oh, jeez. Good. All right. Well,
Here's one night stay if you get kicked out of the house for gambling and too much of casino hikes.
Hey, Brian, I need to cash in my comp room.
Yeah.
All right, give us. Okay, so there were a lot of low scores.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm sure we did. We caught up to the
What do you
birdie
think?
trade.
We caught up?
I think we did.
Yeah, we did. So we're at 28 birdies for the year. One eagle, hole in one. I mean, might as well not even talk about that. We're only looking at birdies. So 28 birdies, and of the over-under 144. So we're back on pace, which is about 7.5 birdies per week. So if you take 4 weeks times 7, we're right at that 28 marker.
Nice.
So we'll see how it goes. It seems like the over's going to hit because I feel like there's going to be a lot of low scores.
It's good. It's good. I like seeing that. I like seeing everyone do well.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Over-under, average league score this week was 38.5, which is right on par with what our league net average score is, 38.4. However, I did a little math because we had so many great scores out there. And I thought, if you read the newsletter, there's 2 people that were called out for some rough rounds.
Didn't read it.
Yeah, I know. You stopped after a couple words. But if you take off the 59 and 52, you all know who shot the 59. We talked about it quite a bit. The league average net was 37.4. So 2 players made it jump up a whole stroke out of 21 players that were there. So
You're welcome.
some good scores. It's good. I wasn't there. Was anybody wearing pink shirts? See our pink shirt count? 'Cause what was that over under? I think we had 14. I think is what it was.
God, I can't remember.
Between you and Tony.
I can't remember. I wore a pink hat. That count?
I don't know. Maybe something pink.
It was pink.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of my outfit was pretty tame,
Yeah.
so I had to throw in the hat. Just throw it off. No, I don't remember any pink shirts. Honestly, I've deleted everything from that day. So I
All right. We'll stop talking. I know it's not your.
No, it's okay. Listen, hey, at least one out of 2 of those people showed up at the clubhouse after their bad score.
True.
So
Kurt left.
never saw Kurt. So
He's still winless though.
yeah, that's true. And I'm pretty sure we play them next week. So
Yeah.
well, Matt
You
plays.
can either keep their streak going or they
No pressure, Matthew.
can break their streak. Yeah. No pressure.
He's got a better chance that I'm not there. So it's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
We did used to do most improved from the season, so you could be on that track.
Great. I get a fucking participation trophy.
Yep.
Awesome.
Give you a ribbon.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's a rainbow ribbon, right?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, man. All right. So, we don't have a lot of, golf news or PGA, right? But we did have the NFL draft.
Yes.
Right?
Bears.
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 Okay, I want 2 things. Give me your immediate reaction after they picked Colston Loveland at 10, and then give me your analysis of their haul.
When they picked him, I'm like, what? Who? I was like, who's the guy that's getting picked that's not even at the first round where all the players were sitting there? It's like, okay, this is a little odd. But then they started talking about him. I think that night I looked up a bunch of different places, gave it like an A for that pick on that night. Mm-hmm. So I think it's good. I like the tight ends where give Caleb a little more protection. If they pair him up with Cole Kmet, I think, and then who are the other 2 receivers? DJ Moore and that's we're making a deadly combo there.
And now we got Luther Burden for our slot guy.
Throwing that, I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of gonna get excited.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you feel about the whole haul then of what they did?
The whole
Mel Kiper gave it a B+.
B+. Okay.
But after him, watching him just suck off Shedeur Sanders the whole time as he fell in the draft. I was like, Mel, dude, relax.
He must have had a bet on him. He was going to go in the first round.
Or Dion must have been like, hey, here's $100,000. Like, I need you to say Shedeur Sanders every 2 minutes.
Exactly. What is it? They were on the 20th pick, and they're like, he was still the best available player,
right,
out of everybody, and he didn't go till 5th round?
5th round to the Browns.
Yeah. Well, he almost went to the Saints.
Yeah. Well, it's fitting that he went to the Browns. But okay, all right. So sorry.
I like it. I give it. I mean, it's hard to tell the draft. I think it's because the Bears have historically done so bad in the draft. Like, nobody comes out good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it I'll give it a B+ too. I can't give it an A because I can't see him play. But
yeah.
I think, like Ben, I think he had some influence in a lot of these players and to fit his scheme.
Well, maybe we'll try to remember this for end of the year and see if we give it another grade, like maybe midway through the season.
Yep.
Well, no, wait, that's not going to happen. We don't play until the games. When does our league end?
August, 20th, around there.
Yeah, not even close. So that's not going to happen. Maybe for next year we can talk about it. Yeah, I was also a little shocked at the Colston Loveland pick. I didn't like it off the rip at all. Mainly because I was just more uneducated about who he was, because all the talk was Tyler Warren, right?
Yep.
So I didn't like it at first. I was mad, sad, depressed. And then the second pick, I was like, and then a wide receiver, I was like, okay, this is obviously just Ben Johnson's draft, just taking all offensive guys.
Yes.
So that's fine.
It's a change of pace. We're not used to that.
Right. But then we got some dogs. I mean, Shamar Turner is supposed to be, he's a beast. He can play inside and he can play on the edge.
Utility. He can play a lot of different spots. Yeah.
And he is strong. He's a strong and explosive dude. And we got I think one of the steals, quote unquote, experts said the steal of the draft was the Zoff Frazier, the guy. He's 6'3", that cornerback. He's got some length. And he's got a 4.36 40 or something. So he could be good. He could be solid. And then, then we got the guard. We got the guard, and then we got Trapillo or whatever from Boston College. And finally got Kyle Monaghy in the 7th round, or Monaghay. Hope that's probably not how you say his name, so no disrespect there. But listen, I gotta trust in Ben Johnson. This is what we do as Bears. We're Bears fans, right? This is what we do every year. We win the offseason, we get excited. The draft comes, we're like, oh, that guy's gonna be awesome, right? But I did listen to sports radio, and they were like, they had Matt Miller on, and they were like, well, last year they also had a lot of weapons and a lot of tools, right? But what they didn't have was great coaching. We have that this year on paper. Dennis Allen, Eric Bieniemy.
Those are the Bears, though.
Exactly.
So I just looked up. What do you think they have us set at over under for wins this year?
I already know that.
You already know that? You already looked it up?
No, I sports radio is 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5. It's the same as last year.
Yeah. We did 5.
Which is crazy.
So.
Yeah, we got a brand new coach. We got I think, a decent draft class. I think we're going to get...
Listen, I'm going to bet the over. Let's be clear. I will bet the over.
Exactly.
And be wildly disappointed at week 6 again.
This is one of those bets that you bet the under. Because then if it's over, you're excited. But then if it's not, you're like, at least I won some money.
Call that a win-win.
Yes.
Right? Maybe we should do that. Why don't we do it together? We'll just put down $100 a piece and just bet the under, and then be like, well, we got 9 wins.
We didn't make the playoffs.
Barely
we didn't go to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We're like, well, maybe this wasn't a win-win.
Yeah. We might feel a little empty after that.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's cool. I got to be excited. I'm trying to be cautiously optimistic as a Bears fan, per usual.
But
what else is coming up?
We got the Derby coming up on Saturday.
Ooh.
Horse race guy? You like betting horse racing?
Listen, I like it. It's exciting. I don't know shit about it, but I always will throw a couple trifectas.
Oh yeah,
out there.
100%.
And I like the gray horses.
Okay.
If there's a gray horse, I'm betting on it.
I'll throw some superfectas. Add one more on top of the trifecta. Just
box it, baby.
Yeah, I want. I'm going for one of the great analogies I heard. I'm going for the Grand Slam. I'm not going to go for the little duck snort. Yeah. I'm going for. I want big dollars.
Dude, that was my favorite bet at Arlington. You ever go to Arlington Racetrack? Yep. They had the 10-cent superfecta.
Yep.
Yeah, right? The 24 bets, box it. Dude, I love just
It was
burning
$2.40
Yep.
for the 7 or 8 horses that are racing. Hopefully it hits. I hit a couple of those. I went a couple times 20 cents. Super
Yeah?
effective. Yeah, I hit one for like $300 I won.
So one time, it was actually at Matt's old house
Okay.
in Arlington Heights on Northwest Highway, RIP also. We had some great times. Sometimes we don't remember at that house. And we were watching I'm pretty sure it was a Kentucky Derby, but I had bet like a trifecta box, and it was like a $50 bet or something. Box trifecta, and it hit. I was going crazy. I think I won like over $1,000 or something.
Nice.
And I probably the only horse bet that I can remember ever like winning that was like cool, and that was probably 10 years ago.
Well, the Derby has a little bit higher minimums. I think it's like $1 or something for a bet. So like, what a super is going to cost you $12, $24 for a superfecta. So it's a little bit more. But I'll throw a couple of Zacks in there. Yeah. But I'm looking at journalism. That's like the favorite. But I think they said also Tiztastic was kind of a odds maker. But it was interesting listening to Eddie O, and he's a big horse race guy.
Yeah,
and he follows it, and a lot of times he does pretty well in those races. But the Derby is so crazy because people throw in money for the color of the horse or their name, or because horse is number 18 so
that sounds like all the things
it's sometimes like an odd may be this, but then the odd changed because somebody put money on this because they like it.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of it's a gamble. I mean, but
it's not a perfect science because it's one field, and it's like the numbers are skewed, the odds are skewed, but not for normal betting pattern reasons. Yeah, which is cool. That makes it fun. Tiztastic was a name I liked. When we were going through this, I was like, let me just find a name I like.
Yeah, perfect.
Which one of these horses is gray? And then I saw Sovereignty, and I was like, Brian, what does that mean? What does that mean, Dad? Looked it up. Supreme power or authority. I was like, yeah, I got fucking Sovereignty, man. All day.
And you'll hear somebody else say something else like, all right, I'll go put $2 on this person to win, or put $2 a show or place, and just hoping for that one. But
man, it is fun. You know what? I think I got a little money on DraftKings. I might have to throw a little money.
I got some interesting facts about this.
Okay.
That I found. So they built like a temporary city for the Kentucky Derby. They have 125 temporary structures. About 29,000 feet of fencing that is built that week, which is crazy. I mean, what is that, like 5.5, almost 6 miles of fencing that they put up?
Wow.
Mint julep is the Kentucky Derby drink. So more than 300,000 mint juleps are served during the week of Derby, requiring 1,000 pounds of mint and 50,000 liters of bourbon.
Wow.
For that, which is just crazy.
That's insane.
Interesting enough, so Sovereignty, I think, what is it, 18? Is that the spot there?
Yeah.
So they've said that nobody has ever won the Derby from post 17, so you're still good there.
Okay.
On it, so just don't pick number 17. Or maybe the odds could be in its favor, because if you got, how many Derby's been running for hundreds of years, like 100 years or something like that. Pick 17's got to win sometime, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that might be one of those bets, like, the color of the horse or the name. I'm just putting 17. And who is that even?
Sandman, 6-1. That's like the third best odds.
Hey, could be the year. Could be the year. But so who do you think this is kind of interesting one I found too. Who do you think was the highest odds horse ever to win the Derby? What was the like 10-1 or 12-1? Like, what was the odds?
I feel like that was not that long ago. I think I kind of remember. Was it like within the last 10 years? You have the year?
Potentially, there's two.
All right, I remember one number sticking out to me, and I'm gonna say 150 to 1.
Not that much.
All right, cool.
Not that much.
All right, 50 to 1.
No, more than that.
Okay.
More than that.
90.
So 91 to 1 was Donerail in 1913.
Okay.
And then the second highest was probably maybe the one you're thinking was in 2022.
Oh, that was it.
Rich Strike went off at 80 to 1 and won the race.
That was it.
On it, which is crazy. So that's the other thing too. He was talking about was all these people throw like $6 for this horse to show, and he's got to show up in first, second, or third, and he's like 30-1. You could just win $90 right there.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy. That's fun.
So yeah, a little interesting facts and dairy, but I'll be putting some bets in. It'll be fun, and hopefully I'll watch it when I'm golfing. I remember to tune in for it.
You have to stream it.
Yes, I'll be bringing the iPad on.
You guys should have mint juleps in your round for that. Okay, or don't. Jeez.
We should have. Yeah.
You don't have to.
We probably will have some, Jason. Don't get all upset, man.
All right, man.
What's your problem?
I don't know, man.
What's your problem, bro?
I'm a little tired, A little
Still cranky after that 59.
Yeah.
Had to bring it back up.
Yeah,
again.
one more time. Just dig the knife in.
Yep.
But
no, good stuff with the Derby.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to your guys' your little vacation here with the boys, the little Palm Beach Bunnies over here, and I think you're gonna have a good time with Tony, Da, Ryan. So it'll be good. It'll be good.
Thanks.
Have fun.
Hey, y'all. So, unfortunately, we were not able to record our first destination guest interviews while I was out in Palm Springs. We were just too busy playing golf. We got 5 rounds in about 2 days, and just a lot of fun activities that we had going on. So, I know all you are going to be upset. We just have to roll with the punches sometimes, and it's show business, as Jason has said. Just roll with it. We're learning, but we'll bring those 3 on another time. And I know a lot of people were looking forward to those guests, but we apologize for letting everybody down on this. Don't hate us, don't dislike us, don't push the thumbs down button on this video. But we'll bring you more content here shortly. And appreciate everybody who's listened to it so far. Like, subscribe, follow, and see everybody later.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Most. Better than most. Just a bit outside.
Here's the draw. 2, 1, the shot. That's the end of the game.